2x2s, no good. One got 2x4s. I don't know why. I just can't use the 2x2s. Drilling 2 screws into that little piece of wood doesn't feel very good. I have a 7.3 diesel. It can easily handle the weight. I'm getting rid of these. So unfortunately, all that other stuff I did was an absolute waste of time. It's okay though, I'm not mad. This is part of the learning experience. I now know that for the rest of my life, 2x2s suck for anything that you need to have like structural. I'm sure it could work, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, no, that was fine, you could do that. I just don't want to do that. I was like looking at it, I'm like, this just feels sketchy. I don't have to worry about weight that much because I, again, have a massive diesel truck that'll haul pretty much anything. Regardless, my gas mileage is gonna suck, so I'm not gonna do this like every freaking day. I'm just gonna take a couple of trips in it, and that's my goal. So Trey was cleaning out his backyard the other day, and he was gonna throw these things out, and I was like, hell no, I'll use the hell out of these. Let's go. These are perfect. Another man's trash, another man's treasure. This will help me out a lot right now instead of using my freaking cooler setup I've been using. Thank you, Trey Jones Backyard. All right, so we built the box, and this one feels way more sturdy than the last one already. As you guys saw at the beginning of this video, I could literally just push the other one over. This one is built really, really well. The 2x4s really do make a difference. Now it's time to sheet the outside of the box and sheet the top of the box. What I have to do now is I have to run 6'5" pieces across the top all the way to there on each side so that there is some sort of upper support. Even though I don't plan on having anyone on top of my roof, if I just left it the way it is right now, the 11/32 that would sit on top would literally just sag down. So I'm gonna put the stuff on the side first. Got the freaking box part of what I want to do today done. Got the sides done. Obviously this front portion, I got to figure out what I want to do. That's going to be my doorway. Obviously this bar right here cannot be here because then you'd have to chop your legs off to get in there. I'm going to figure out a good way. I think what I'm going to do is cut that out and then brace this from here up to here, and then this from here down to here, and maybe like another one like that to make it kind of like almost like a, just like kind of supportive, I guess. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna put the wood on that side, a wood on that side. I'm just running out of time today. We got the wood all on this side, and then I realized when I put the sheet up here that I might have to cut this down, because if you think about it, right here is where it's gonna go over the cab and come down. I have to measure the distance from the top of this to the top of my truck, and then I have to cut the wood from that is, because that's where you'll get into the bed. So I don't know what all that looks like yet. I got to figure out how to do that. I have no idea how I'm going to support what's over top of the cab. I might just have to rest on top of the truck, and like that'll be the support. I don't really know yet. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to call it for today. I got to go over to Trey's, help him out with some stuff. So I'm going to head over there, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. What are you bargaining at? All right, we got another day. We're picking up with the freaking topper build. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Been building this thing for a couple days now, on and off, very minimal time spent on it per day, but we're making some pretty good progress. But I've definitely like second guessed myself like 3 or 4 times during this entire build process. It's kind of like the same thing that happened with my van. Like when I'd start building something, I'd be like, oh, I don't know if that's it. I don't know. It's just, the whole idea of this thing is kind of crazy. It's really big. I'm definitely in over my head, but it's really hard to see the end goal when you're just looking at it right now. But I just really just hope I don't build it and then it sucks ass and it's like not waterproof or anything like that. I bought some commercial grade like roofing rubber, and I'm gonna actually do the whole outside of that because it's very elasticy. So if the wood flexes and stuff like that, it's not gonna like break apart the poor man's fiberglass over time. That's something that I decided to do that would be like a little bit different, because when I looked at the poor man's fiberglass, it looks like it's going to work on the bottom here, but I just don't know, and I don't want to risk it. And I know that commercial grade roofing rubber is like made for roofs. I've actually ridden on that stuff before, and it didn't have any damage to it after we were done. So it's pretty durable, and it's meant to expand and contract. And I'm gonna try that. But this is what we got going on right now. There we go. That's where we're at right now. So we got the big box on top of the little box. And then another thing that I second guessed was, do I even need the little box? You know, this is what you're going to stand in inside of the bed, so I guess it'd probably be good. And then you could insulate it and whatnot, but it's like, at the same time, do you even really need it? But I mean, I already went through all the work of doing that. It's not that much heavier. I'm still going to need jacks to get it in the back of the truck or something like that anyways. But so this is going to be like the back side that faces in the truck. It's going to have like a thing that comes down like this and like that, where you'd actually like sleep in the bed. And then this right here is going to be the back end. Now obviously this bar is going to get cut out right here, and I'm going to run boards down to there, and this is going to be like one big like plywood door. I'm going to brace it up, make it a little bit better, and then paint it, and then try to do like the sealer stuff on the inside, on the outside, so that if you just shut it, I'll put like some of that like silicone stuff, so that hopefully when it's clamped tight shut, it's like, that means it's good. And I'll just make like an easy little like wood locking system on the inside. Right now, next on the agenda is I have to throw some sheets on top of this. Now I realize putting it on top of this big box is probably stupid, because now it's way higher to get onto. Good thing I'm 6'4", so it shouldn't be too hard. But I'm gonna throw the sheets of plywood, I'm gonna run them long ways like this, and then I'm gonna have, so it's gonna be one full sheet, just it'll sit on there nice, and then it'll be probably about 3/4 or half of another sheet over here. So now I'm building something I really did not want to have to build. So I didn't know what I was going to do. I was basically going to just leave it a box, because I was looking at it, I just really don't want to build this fairing thing. I'm not going to build the bed there anymore, actually, because I don't want to like have the risk of me like hanging out over the bed with, you know, for my girlfriend potentially, you know, get us in there. I weigh about like 220. She might weigh a little bit above 100 pounds. It's like over 300 pounds hanging out over my shitty wood job. So I'm just going to make that the storage section. The bed will be on the ground, which will probably be way better. I really didn't want to build this fairing thing, but I'm like, it's gonna look like a damn box truck if I don't. I already made t-shirts that look like it. I was like, I gotta go through with the original vision. So that being said, I'm gonna build like kind of like a more modern style one, instead of like the old school campers where they're all rounded and like that. This thing is monstrous. It looks ridiculous. And I'm using the 2x2s for this part, because I can do the 2x2s for this part. It's not gonna be super load bearing, so it doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't need to be like bulletproof. But I think after this, we'll be ready to paint it, and then I'm gonna just take a break on it for a little bit, because after I get done painting this, I gotta figure out a door situation in the back. Then it's like you could literally just sleep on the floor in it, which is kind of cool. But then the next thing I gotta figure out is like the bed situation. I want to make a bed that's at least 5 feet, because the whole bed is 8 foot long. So if I have a bed that's like about 4.5 feet wide, that'll fit 2 people on, no problem. It's 4.5 feet wide, 6.5 feet long. That's no problem fitting 2 people on it. And then I'll have at least like 3 to 4 feet of just like stand-up space. I'll have my cooler on the side, clothes on the right side, camera gear whenever I go filming. I can put my bike in there as well in the back portion with me, so they'll have enough room to be able to like have stuff in there. I can always put my bike in the back of the truck too. It is freaking built super solid. I don't know how that worked out like that. Like, I'm trying to break it. That's it. It's the worst that's gonna happen. So I'm pretty stoked on this. You're not gonna sleep up here. This is gonna be storage, because it wouldn't be big enough to sleep on anyways. I was like thinking about it. It would have to go so far out over my truck to make it large enough for a human being like myself. It's not gonna happen. So down there is gonna be the seat. I'll bring you guys in the quick little house tour before it's even a house tour. Coming in like this. This will be cut out. This will be a doorway. Shwink. Oh, whoop, whoop. We're in. All right. So right here, this will be your staying area. If you're on a road trip and you're trying to get changed real quick, you can stay in here and put like some cooler stuff here. And then I'll have like my clothing stuff here. And then back here will be the bed. So I'll have a nice, it'll all be like obviously closed in, so the outside world can't get into this thing. And then as you can see up there, this will be like a storage, but it'll also have a back wall, and I'll get some padding for that back wall, and it'll become a couch as well. So it's a couch bed. It's like a futon, but a little bit bigger. And then this will be storage for everything that we have to store if I ever do have to store. This is also another cool spot I could put my bike at night. So it's great. I'm pretty stoked on it. Next video, I'm going to try to paint it with this special stuff that I got. May or may not work, I don't know, but the only way to find out is try. That's gonna be it for this one. I hope you guys are enjoying these build series. I'm actually having a lot of fun building this. It's kind of like my van. I like doing this kind of stuff other than just riding all the time. I do love to build. As you guys know on this channel, we probably spend more time building than we actually do riding. We like to build stuff to ride. We ride it for 15, 20 minutes, and then we're on to building the next thing. And this is kind of different because it's a little more challenging and something I've never really done before. So I'm stoked on how it's turned out so far. Still have no idea if it's gonna work, but yeah, glad you guys have been following along, and all right, I'm out.